Because that's a serious commitment when you say you're gonna love someone for better, for worse, and like be faithful. That's a huge, am I able to?
You won't believe what Justin Bieber just admitted, and no, it's not another new tattoo or surprise album drop. It's something way deeper. In a world where most celebrity relationships are nothing more than glamorous Instagram stories, Justin just broke the internet by admitting something shockingly vulnerable. He regrets getting married. Yes, the Justin Bieber, pop icon, teen heartthrob, and the guy with more chart-topping hits than you've had hot dinners, now says he wasn't ready to marry Hailey Baldwin and that his decision may have robbed him of his youth. Wait, what? Weren't they hashtag couple goals like 5 minutes ago? Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. It is free and help us bring you enjoyable content. And of course, watch till the end. In a recent interview, Bieber laid it all out: the pressure, the fear, the confusion, and the quiet ache of growing up too fast. Now the world is left wondering, was his fairy tale wedding just a really well-filtered distraction? Let's dig into the emotional chaos behind the headlines, unpack what Justin really meant, and explore why so many people, famous or not, rush into marriage and later wish they hadn't. Ready? When Justin and Hailey tied the knot in a hush-hush courthouse ceremony in 2018, fans were shook. No long engagement. No elaborate build-up. Just a sudden announcement, and BM, Mr. and Mrs. Bieber, was trending worldwide. Remember the photos? The perfectly candid laughing shots, the glossy Vogue interviews, the ocean-kissed honeymoon vibes? It was every Pinterest board come to life. But behind those viral images was a 24-year-old man battling inner chaos. What really pushed Justin down the aisle so quickly? Was it love or something else entirely? Could it be that the need to feel stable, the fear of losing someone good, or the pressure of constantly being in the public eye had more to do with his decision than we thought? In the interview that triggered a media frenzy, Bieber admitted, "I felt pressured to get married. I wasn't ready for the commitment." Hold up. Justin Bieber, the guy who had been in and out of the headlines for years, who dated Selena Gomez on and off since his teenage years, who sang about love in almost every major hit, wasn't ready. Exactly. And that's the point. Because it turns out, being world famous doesn't mean you're emotionally prepared for lifelong commitment. Bieber described feeling like he had to prove he was stable after years of instability. Marriage, for him, wasn't just about love. It was about image, control, and maybe even guilt. Relatable? You bet. How many of us have made huge life decisions just to prove we're doing okay, even when we're totally not? In the same breath, Justin confessed something even more gut-wrenching. "I feel like I missed out on a lot of my youth because of my marriage." Ouch! Imagine having the world at your feet, fame, money, fans screaming your name, and feeling like you never got to live. Bieber's words pulled back the curtain on what happens when you grow up under a microscope. For Justin, tying the knot meant trading freedom for structure, partying for prayer circles, personal growth for couple therapy. And while many would kill for the kind of love story he appeared to have, it came with a price: his 20s. Have you ever looked back at a decision and thought, "I rushed it"? Bieber's honesty hit hard because deep down, most of us have. So what now? Does regret mean failure, or is it just part of growing up? As expected, the online world exploded. Some fans called him brave. Others labeled him ungrateful. "He should be thankful," one comment read. "He has a beautiful wife and everything money can buy." But another said, "This is the realest thing he's ever said." It's okay to admit you weren't ready. The divide is telling. In a culture that glorifies hashtag blessed and hashtag relationship goals, people aren't always ready for the messy parts of love. Regret isn't sexy. Vulnerability doesn't trend. But maybe it should. Bieber's admission isn't just celebrity gossip. It's a powerful reminder of how important it is to check in with yourself before committing to someone else. He said what many are too scared to, that even in love, doubt can creep in. That even with good intentions, you can feel trapped. And that it's okay to change your mind when you realize you weren't being honest with yourself. Marriage isn't a cure for loneliness. It won't fix your broken self-worth. And it definitely won't erase your trauma. Justin's honesty invites us to ask, are we getting married because we're ready or because we're running from something else? Let's rewind. From Baby to Peaches, we've watched Justin morph from teen heartthrob to tabloid target to married man. His evolution has been anything but smooth. Depression, addiction, public breakdowns, spiritual awakenings. Through it all, marriage was painted as his redemption arc, the final chapter in a messy narrative. But what if that chapter came too soon? And more importantly, is it ever too late to rewrite the story? If you scroll through Hailey and Justin's Instagram accounts, it's easy to assume they're the ultimate dream team. Matching outfits, inside jokes, soft gazes at award shows. But behind every post is a human being with doubts, wounds, and a past. Hailey herself has spoken about the strain of being married to someone with so much public baggage. Marriage isn't a photo shoot. It's messy. Sometimes it's healing. Sometimes it's hard. And even the perfect filter can't hide the truth forever. So what happens when the honeymoon phase fades and you're left facing the reality of forever? Justin's story is a cautionary tale of marriage fatigue. The slow realization that you may have chosen too soon, too young, too fast. It's not about blaming Hailey. It's about confronting the truth. When you marry before you're ready, even the most beautiful relationship can feel like a cage. How many people are stuck in relationships they don't know how to leave because walking away would mean admitting they made a mistake? At its core, Bieber's confession isn't about marriage, it's about maturity. It's about knowing yourself well enough to recognize when you've outgrown your choices. It's about owning your story, regrets and all, and using it to grow. Because the real heartbreak isn't that Justin may regret marrying Hailey. It's that he didn't feel safe admitting it until now. Where do they go from here? Divorce? Counseling? Another hit song about heartbreak? Truth is, we don't know. And maybe that's okay, because love isn't always about forever. Sometimes it's about what it teaches you. Sometimes it's about who you become along the way. And sometimes, the bravest thing you can do is say, I wasn't ready, but I'm trying now. If Justin's story hits home, you're not alone. Regret is part of the human experience. It's not a scarlet letter, it's a signal. A sign that you're growing, that you're noticing, that you care. Whether you're single, dating, or married. Let this be a reminder to slow down, tune in, and be honest with yourself. You don't need a perfect relationship. You need a real one. So, what do you think? Was Justin selfish, or was he just finally being honest? Drop your thoughts below. We want to hear your story too. And if you've ever made a big decision before you were ready, well, now you know you're not alone. Fire congrats on making it through. Want more deep dives like this? Share, comment, or just keep scrolling. We've got more where this came from.